from the consequent timings. And remember, in Uganda, women football under 16, Uganda has embarked on a friendly basis in there, where the other day they played Paraguay and they were beaten 7-0, and today again they will be, of course, having in another friendly. And then there is a Stanbic Uganda Cup, of course. These games have reached to quarter finals qualifications, where we've seen KCA booking in a slot. NEC has booked in a slot. NEC, we remember, NEC did beat there is a Police FC 2-0 to see to it that they actually book in a slot for themselves down there. And now today we have a couple of games on the scoreboard. There is in Uganda, Stanbic Uganda Cup. We'll have a Pakwachii Youngsters play. There is a Pajule Lions down in Pandera. These guys traveled yesterday, and I can confirm to you they reached us so well. Like yesterday, I was able to give you there is the traveling squad within Pakwachii Youngsters, and today I will also be able to give you the lineup that Pakwachii Youngsters has against Pajule Lions, and these games will kick off. There is at 4 p.m. today at Pandera Primary Playgrounds, and then also in some other fixtures in the quarterfinals, we'll also be seeing a Bull taking on a KCCA down there. What will be some of your verdict? What will be some of your predictions ahead of all these games? You can go to, of course, different social media handles and give us some of your predictions ahead of this game. 2 games on the score today in the Stanbic Uganda Cup, where we'll be having a KCA taking on Bull, and then we'll be also seeing Pajule Lions hosting. There is a Pakwachii Youngsters, and then FUFA returns today with a couple of games that I will equally be giving you, and then also we'll be having some games, of course, on international basis, that and more, including Bet Power Big League that returns big and better, with some games tomorrow where Onduparaka Football Club within Arua City West Nile will be hosting. There is a Ginger North, and leaving that story there, of course, going in step by step. Remember, like Loren said, our major focus this time around is basically on the USA games, the regional post-primary ball games, which are currently taking place down in Koboko. These games started on Monday. Reporting day was Sunday, where we saw a couple of schools, of course, reporting in there, and we saw a couple of a long list of there is fixtures that were being put in there. And today is the second last day of there is the USA Games Regional, which is currently taking place in Koboko. Remember, in between the days, there were a couple of activities that happened, there were a couple of issues that happened, there were a couple of incidences that actually went down. One of the biggest was that Oshindi was ejected. That happens to be, of course, the champions of Arua District. They were ejected in there for fielding an ineligible player after fielding in a former OP of Mvara Senior Secondary School against Mvara. They were ejected and banned 2 years. And then yesterday evening, we saw these games, of course, coming to a climax. From the group stages, we saw schools proceeding through to there is the round of 16, the quarterfinals, and the quarterfinals started this morning with a couple of shocking results coming through. Did you expect out there, possibly I should direct this to OBs and OGs of Arua SS, the lot that we have here? We have Suso Dumudu, there is an OB of Arua SS, we have a Bishop Okot, there is an OB of Arua SS, and a lot. Your school sadly has been ejected in there. A full time was, of course, 0-0, and then they went into penalties where we saw Arua SS being ejected down there. And then remember, last evening, that was yesterday evening, after games going down and seeing to it that there was a closure late in the evening, we saw a lot of petitions. Yesterday was literally an evening full of petitions. Initially, we had only seen one petition on the table that, of course, came through from Mvara Senior Secondary School that had petitioned Oshindi, and Mvara won that petition against Oshindi. Oshindi was found guilty, just like I discussed in the previous minutes. And yesterday did see a lot of petitions coming through on the table, and as I was following in some of the social media handles, I kept seeing a lot of stuff saying that this is now becoming a petition competition. Every other school wants to petition the other. Yesterday, by the way, all the schools that were beaten came through and petitioned the winning side. But then out of all these petitions, one of the biggest petitions was Oriagini that had a petition that Yivu. Remember yesterday Yivu did beat Oriagini 3-1, and then Yivu was ejected in yesterday there. Then we saw Yivu, of course, we saw Oriagini petitioning there is a Yivu. And in the petition result, Oriagini petitioned Yivu for fielding an ineligible player in their 3-1 knockout defeat yesterday. And Oriagini claimed that one guy they had petitioned Yivu of is called Oswa Simon, who was wearing shirt number 11 there for Yivu. Yeah, Oriagini claimed that this same guy, there is Oswa Simon, took part and played for St. Joseph's College Ombachi in the post-primary games back home here before. Of course, we saw the schools proceeding in for there is a regionals down in Koboko. And Oswa Simon, while at St. Joseph's College Ombachi, was of course wearing shirt number 8. And when Ombachi was ejected, this time around, we've been seeing him taking part in the USA games down in Koboko, playing in for Yivu, and putting on or donning on shirt number 11. Very surprising, very shocking. But then, really, coaches, what exactly do coaches want, honestly? How do you field an eligible player and you're very comfortable that, yeah, I think I need to pick these guys, when you literally know that this, when it's found out, it's going to be very hard. Now, when we saw the petition of Oshindi and Oshindi being found guilty, the whole school was banned 2 years out of sports activities. And then at this time around, it has been that Oswa Simon has been banned for 2 years. There is no verdict that has been passed on. There is Yivu. To me, I feel some of these mistakes that actually schools do, which gets to see that the other schools petition them here and there. First of all, the whole school has to be blamed. The whole school administration has to be blamed. And then a part of this blame has to also come down to the coaches, because they are the ones who go and outsource these guys, knowing very well that so and so is not maybe and then you just from nowhere mingo bits milumo bazilu idisume squad ya mpira ndezo akinya emi trust nyanzi mivu mpira vipeleke kwa lesi Roma imidi mini yofe imini tandife. Now Mvawadi has killed his career andra warrior sa school pini mpira vizu imesekele Ombati ni bedekte andara ombati awini mu pere regionals yako bandi andre kiaga Mvali it's divini regionals yako kwa mvali nevene sase from Ombati beganda ni piravizo Ombati ni sat number osuzurse andra student rongwa Ombati ta divini sase regionals ya Yivwa evene sat number 11 su evene piravia deni Yivuni. You see all this saga. And vane bani really repetition orienting in there, besubele Yivu idum vali ayo, and vali adreni school vani Yivu ako. So bad fan vali ni liri of football. Ini di ye Yivu bene. As kuna amateur gara bani iturisi Oshindi ni petition zulia, bad Oshindi ni 2 years. So this time around, coming through also from this guy that has been banned. I mean, what happens to Yivu basically? And then before that, I think schools really need to appreciate their various footballers. They need to trust these guys. They really need to have trust issues and build these guys that they have. Because meaning, yeah, basically it gives you issues. And then leaving that story aside, you can see origin in the D yivu ni petition da mali arade yivu nte dido ye musa mbrisi adini ave mvarani ave mvarave tempera zo biti sibo yivu ni te dido ye mu mvarani ave sa mbrisi but then bofu di yivu ni rade swiki guilty for featuring Oswa Simon Bonda mvarani di sa mbrisi adini ave origin ni ave mvarave te impera zo biti sira itekene coach ya Victor biti impera debe Arua SS, the Arua SS ni the defending champions Ilia Jersey la ketwe gara Imperial Jersey USA Regional Games Bavilia Jersey andra moyo anandra Arua SS wandra kalene mukandra ndekandra mfarani wari ara Ilia Jersey so muki ndekandra badera they came back with the trophy this time around. They also qualified Deki Berisi mvarande tandra diekite mvarana became the defending the champions Arua City area now races has equally also been doing good. They pushed through and Tobitsi in the quarterfinals. Arua SS Avikite Kochi and Mpira Dima full time data is 0-0. Mpira de Muta Dipere penalties ya penalties. Magi azeli liovo kwani. So we saw this game going into there is a penalties where Kochi SS did beat Arua SS 6-5. Mobi hadi hiyo nje Arua SS coach be lezo yizuki na dio yeye because imanziki mpira vya lakini mani kio singoni Arua SS manzi zaki penalties ranziki penalty ba bwa Arua past there is a goal post but then penalty differ we know vizara na fara goal penalty le ba very like the red keeper like rolling it to the keeper and that's how coach Idro Dibelenya Arua SS ni wazi gia Arua SS ne be eliminated dibwari ikidi request ya kimana ayo itoni ngendi sasiku skune mvaranye mpira visa mbrisi ile ngamvaranyeti Sambusi rakaka AD Vindo, meaning that is a very good gesture coming through from there is a Arua SS. They are not coming back much as they've been ejected. They are taking in some time in Koboko, waiting to support. There is Arua SS that has a game with Origin at 4 p.m. Today that will decide which teams or which schools go in to play finals tomorrow. And remember, finals Drusirimalia. What you only have to do is divado minutes and bits minge mukanisa kanisa mafuti simidivya kwa medere yere medelo Western TV ndado paritina malia kanisimu asia kani TV ngoni yani amatedini tusilumini yokoba kwa le duiti kumeni mivu akwa ndado parimina ava rizra mekandi tusilumengu dia mere baraza mekandire madamu be oli alara sedika sitiru mwenya vuti ngoni yani Midru min Western TV ni otegere amadini mini kobo koni duiti parmin tezwe adenia tomorrow what I'm trying to say is that tomorrow we shall be covering live of the finals that will go down in St. Charles Tuanga Koboko over there is the USA regional games that has been taking place from Monday and the closing date is tomorrow. Today is Saturday. We are seeing, of course, the quarterfinals in the morning. We saw the quarterfinals in the morning, and this afternoon, of course, from 4, we'll be seeing our semi-finals. And tomorrow is the finals. Of course, all you have to do is after prayers, sit back, relax. You will wait for Western TV as we will be carrying to you the whole of Koboko and bringing it to you exactly where you will be taking a rest from in there. And Tobi Tsimani Ore Mvara Avikite Origin Mpira Day penalty shootouts ya where Mvara and Origin ni Towi Suni then Nyangili Avikite ni Panyango Vera Panyango ni Badro Disney Panyango ni Badro Re these games were yesterday quarterfinals and then of course in there is the finals Badro Nyangili anje Panyango ndekite yeah Panyango Nyangili anite so those are some of the updates that of course are coming through from Koboko. For the girls football they are yet to play starting of course at 2 p.m. a game Askilale Murea on Izwanzidriki. Don't be surprised, don't be worried that hey Susi Nilandra Mani result kupionzi Pitrife alioni yerale Zanskipeni Zanzafiking ako mire Zanzafiking ako iteruda akaputi Zanzimazata mavindio efemira kate akatodido tedi ayorati
ni follow lo ama social media handles ni mali ado YouTube wa mati Facebook wa mati izoanzi marzal de ke akato yeri show ni mali ade asasi kote ike ni be mu rasa yeker mali asuni ba fete dinga so bitira gupia nzipene then na mavutia badibanie izonji mampira vini jiru za de ke amede of minera living of course that story aside in there mega the maftisi amadimu of course big league alelu mpira nefialo da mpira drusi of course Fapime secondary drusi Onduparaka will be playing Ginger North United, and this game will be home at the home of there is Onduparaka Football Club at a Greenlight Ababet Stadium down in Onduparaka Arua City West Nile. It's a kini ameyon zenpiesasidi Ginger Fiki Diabo. They've touched in there is the beautiful land of West Nile where we belong, where Onduparaka belongs, and the Kidu Superior Diavi Greenlight Stadium Wamega mupira ni malia amepi nyirakini asazi malia tragadia. Onduparaka lost 2 games, and then somehow they've equally also won 2 of their games head on the previous, with the last game being up on Young Elephants in the Kimpira ni Yalone itulsingalo sabato seba mpira Diavi anako Onduparaka ndera and Onduparaka infidibeleni akwa ima mupira azi dibeleni drusi adive ima mpira drusi afabe ima mpira drusi Ginger North mupira de malami gata ngon. What are some of your predictions as kuni information coming through from there is the camp in Onduparaka is that Anji Kuoroti Anzi fit it's like Anzi Vinanda is a real gokibo, and then Anzi Azikiandra Alwa Anzi Azikiandra Vini and Aziki Tulsi Uki red card, Aziki wherever they have been on suspension, then accumulated yellow card, gone deni accumulated cards very maziali ndifuna Onduparaka ma solid rock dibelen defense yana deni katavara huda prabe ka itete emba dibelen namba matevara dibelen nemba mini ndeni adansi aliki pravi dusi ndifuna nde gobo askuni be drandere mpira ndo Onduparaka ni mwavi mbali ada mali asara Onduparaka mutataka ni avi bandi ando Onduparaka nete golu irialo ni and mvadi yediandra dini biduandra accumulated yellow cards ki ugogona nipi na tatiandra red card ne ratsa itakini mpira itakani iriana yani itapempira bekimo and drusiriti madra beleni neti full squad. It's a kini drusi Onduparaka ma keeper dali Ahmed Borini ni tete ni drusi driti onzima ya dini avi ya dini kuas kun badra sasa on form itusi anaka diare anebida sugolora ande sugolora ngoni, so badra is available for selection. It's a kini Borini ma dini drusi vionzia dini avi and then vini drusi ngoni avi mega madrusi mini upgrade na ferake to fe drusiko sisi drusi amate kwa mamini kwa ni du izi pa mini tezuri yabo amate mini afade juru ya kusilo mitilo amate dia amadefi jori ya saro saka defibo atine dini persona msama mina update kidi woro dini se keep it glued to West Nile TV do ya dindoro midindoro muangwazia midimu ndoro ngwanga mini yo alad ler kisuzu mupira titi da imadria echekinisi Onduparaka mampira zinza beda mukuda amavini di mudika adune by the way amayete yemu younger pima yola about young Africans. Young Africans Kechegara, they play in Tanzanian League, and recently they had qualified for CAF Confederation Cup, where the most recent they were ejected by there is Mamelodi Sundowns. We remember in the first leg Mamelodi Sundowns came to there is Tanzania, and they played on a 0-0, and then in the return leg we saw there is Mamelodi Sundowns winning in this game, and young Africans were ejected. And the story or news coming through for the past 2 days has been that according to reports in Tanzania, FIFA has banned the Young Africans, a soccer club over Tanzania, if you like you can call them younger, from registering players for violating Annex 3 of the Federation's transfer of players regulations. The statement of the Tanzania Football Federation has noted that Young Africans did not enter the confirmation over the payment over the transfer of the relevant player in the registration system, despite being reminded to do so. The club has been required to implement the legal requirements and submit information to the Secretariat of the FIFA Disciplinary Committee, where the matter has been referred for further action. Due to FIFA's decision, the Tanzania Football Federation has also banned the club from registering local players. This is also bad, by the way. A whole known team that has represented the country at an international level. Of course, the CAF Confederation is not just an ordinary league that we play at our country levels and all that. No, it's a very huge league. And we recently saw there is young Africans doing Tanzania or doing the whole of East Africa proud because they were the only side that actually had been representing the East African community, and sadly they were ejected in there by Mamelodi Sundowners. And remember, the same people that I'm talking about, there is Mamelodi Sundowners, also had a game yesterday in the KJ penalties, yeah. And leaving that story there, it's just an update, yeah, because we are here to update you on all that is happening in the different sporting genres, yeah. Genre is not only for music, so I'm leaving that aside. Ameka Amamu quarterfinals Stanbic Uganda Cup name. On the scores today, we have 2 games. We will be having a KCCA taking on there is a Bull, and this game is going to be today at 4 p.m. Saturday. There is a 13th today. Sir Mudrisi, what are some of your predictions ahead of this game? Are you seeing a KCCA booking in a slot to join? There is a NEC football club that already did beat Police. Are you seeing a Bull FC booking in a slot and joining in NEC in the semi-finals? I don't know. You will, of course, give us a verdict out there. And then Naira also. Pakwachii youngsters get to travel. Pakwachii youngsters traveled yesterday to Pader, of course, to play. There is Pajule Lions, and this game will also be today. There is 4 p.m. and the squad of, of course, the squad of there is the squad of Pakwachii. Includes some of the names. They will have Ronald Jakisa, Vivian Onen, there is the goalkeeping department, and then they have Parity Rofumio, Alan Mungu Jakisa, Ochanda Eric Jakisa, Innocent Okiror, Godwin Jakisa, and Yopa Mungu Jakisa Gila, and then Dennis Owachki. These are some of the names, of course, that will feature in there. And then in the substitutes or on the bench, we'll be seeing players like Alex Oyirov, Munir Data, Okumu Victor, Onena Rach, Dennis, Stephen Mungu Mako, Alphonse Odong, and then Brian Oketh Wemu. These are some of the players, of course, you will be seeing Pakwachii youngsters fielding in there. And then in some of the updates, do we still remember Karim Ndugwa, a very prominent name in the Ugandan football? Yeah, remember Karim Ndugwa featured yesterday. He's out of the country. Featured in yesterday for his international club he plays for, in the names of Hambericho, Durham FC, and made an assist, by the way. But unfortunately, he got out injured and was withdrawn in the 22nd minute. I remember that game ended on a 2-2 there with Fasil Kenema in Ethiopian Premier League. That is a good one for that is our owner Karim Ndugwa, doing us very proud in Ethiopia in there. And then the FIFA Women's Super League returns March day 14. We'll be seeing games today. There is a Saturday there, of course, a couple of games where we'll be seeing Uganda Matters. Uganda Matters will, of course, have a game, and then we'll also be having She Maroons will also have a game at Luzira Prisons, and then we'll also have a game at Kawempe, where we'll be seeing Kawempe Girls Muslims equally also playing in there. Leaving those stories aside, of course, I will be crossing out to there is international stories. By the way, Their games today in English Premier League, it returns big and better. The other day, there is the FA, there is some team called Atlanta. These guys came to Anfield, and remember at Anfield, by the way, teams normally fall at will. Liverpool ni miombete Anfield yala golo azimiti ni ziga usilensi te tursi ba bevene kemba ma Anfield ala na maliate popo iba droko posina minga dibele yafi team na Atlanta at Liverpool ni na tovu ketire. They are acting like nothing happened, which is okay. Tenyadi nyare ababan game update didn't. As kunagalia Liverpool ndere. Some of you will think maybe Adela Seno fan yani man just will say yes with Bongoni. Well. Today, Saturday, of course, the games are 13th April in there is the English Premier League. We'll be seeing Brentford taking on Sheffield United early kickoff, and then Burnley will take on Brighton. Manchester City will take on Luton, and Nottingham Forest has Wolves to play Oboloko, and then Manchester United, the biggest team in England, the biggest teams that my producer supports, Manchester United. Mr. Producer, you're playing Bournemouth today. Somewhere, I pray you people win. As could already even else as Man U fans, you guys are winning in a game, 2 goals, 3 goals, and then you allow your opponent to equalize and even score a winning goal on you. Man U. You all be playing Bournemouth. No, I mean, if you're Bournemouth, that Manchester United. Let us get back onto the winning style. And mpira nroki then mpira drusi ambodo mdini susa back to see mpira kidrusi tena Liverpool ni drusi, Crystal Palace ni avi, West Ham ni Fulham avi, then Arsenal ni drusi, Aston Villa ni avi, then Odu alusi Chelsea ni Everton ni avi. Amadi match day OP Nidini Mega. That was all I had for you today, but a couple of regards to pass out, especially to one of my biggest fans, one of my biggest friends, who of course is in Pakwach. She thinks I don't know how to pronounce there is Pakwach. A big shout out to there is Colette. Yeah, Colette from there is Pakwach. You said I should say greetings to Colette in Pakwach. Okay, a big ups Colette Trim. We shall call you Trim. And also a regards to Trim and the rest of you that are catching us from the different parts you are watching us from, and a very huge gratitude to there is the man behind this whole thing that is reaching out there. There is a Jonathan Park. A big ups and salute